Hey everyone, Ollie here. So, the easiest way to start your own dropshipping store. I get asked this quite a lot in videos and comments and stuff like that. How should I start my own sort of e-commerce store? How can I source products? How can I sort of get started? I think dropshipping is a good way to start, but it really depends on the products you're covering, because I actually do have a dropshipping store. It's called linksupply.com, and on this store I have posters, mainly just posters. I did used to have t-shirts and other things, but it's mainly just posters. And yeah, these are posters that I've designed myself. They're royalty-free photos that I found elsewhere, and I've just put them in posters. And then what I do is I have a third-party company fulfill those posters for me. So I have the website, I do all the marketing, I do all the product imagery, everything, and then I have a fulfillment company process the order, print the poster, and ship it off to the customer all automatically for me. I don't have to mess around with any of that. It's all handled for me. I think dropshipping for things like posters, t-shirts, hoodies and things like that, I think it makes a lot of sense. I don't think it really makes sense to sort of buy those in bulk and have you do it yourself, because it's not something that requires an absolute ton of attention to detail like maybe some other sort of physical products would. So I think, yeah, when it comes to sort of simple products like this, it makes a lot of sense to dropship them. What's crazy is that I've had this linksupply.com website store since 2015. And it's still going. It still gets sales here and there. I don't really promote it or anything. It's not really something that I'm sort of really pushing to make money from. It's just something I have sort of running in the background, and people seem to buy from it still. People still seem to buy the designs that I have on here, even though I haven't updated it in years. I have this website built on WordPress, WooCommerce, and then I'm using Printful to manage all the fulfillment and all the product management, all that sort of stuff. And yeah, Printful are actually sponsoring this video, and it's perfect. I'm so glad they got in touch, because I've been using them since 2015, and here they are, they've got in touch and they want to basically sponsor a video. And yeah, they just want me to show you how it works, how Printful works, sort of just get more eyeballs in it, because I personally think Printful is probably one of the most reliable sort of drop shipping sort of companies that you can have right now, and it's why I continue to use them. If I could start again though, I probably actually wouldn't use WordPress or WooCommerce. I only used them because they were popular back then, 2015, 7 years ago. Yeah, nowadays I feel like there are so many other better services out there like Shopify and Gumroad, where I feel like this sort of thing makes a lot more sense and is easier to use. Hooking up with WordPress when I was first building this website with Printful, WordPress and WooCommerce, yeah, like, I mean, I have the knowledge and expertise with WordPress to do it, but for a beginner, yeah, it's very, very difficult, and I just wouldn't recommend it. So in this video, I wanted to show you how Printful works, what you can hook it up with. Like I said, I don't think WordPress really makes a lot of sense anymore. There's so many other better services out there. Yeah, show you what they have to offer, show you how it integrates and how it can be quite profitable. So here we have the Printful website, where you can see create and sell custom products online. So one of the major reasons why I chose Printful was because they have fulfillment centers all around the world. So it doesn't matter where your customer has placed the order, it will ship from the closest fulfillment center to them. It does vary, of course, depending on the products that are in stock and what's on offer, but posters and tees and t-shirts and stuff like that, yeah, they're pretty much in every single fulfillment center, so I don't think most people have issues with those. If we scroll down, we can see some of the products that they have: t-shirts, hoodies, hats, posters. They even have dresses, bags, patches, footwear. When it comes to how print-on-demand dropshipping works, you connect Printful to your e-commerce platform, you have your products on there, customer places their order, Printful then fulfills that order, and then the order ships to the customer. So the main part you've got to do is have the website and have your products. Printful does all of the rest. You don't have to worry about the sort of shipping, the product management, all that sort of stuff. They do all of that for you. And here we can see all of the platforms that they integrate with: Shopify, Etsy, WooCommerce, Squarespace, Webflow. They literally integrate with everything. They even integrate with Amazon if you want to hook it up there. If we have a look at their actual product selection, we can see here there is just literally a huge array of products on offer. Like, you can pretty much have anything and everything. Printful have grown a lot, because I remember when I started using Printful back in 2015, the only things they really offered were sort of t-shirts and posters, and maybe sort of cushions and other sort of quite basic things. Now their product catalog has expanded so much, and you can pretty much sell every type of product you can think of. Even towels, like you can have your own design towels. You can have denim jackets, beanies. When we go to home and living, you can even sell gaming pads, bandanas and things like that. There is just so much here. If we look at all of the new products that they've added recently, we can see that they have AirPods cases, bucket hats, trucker caps, crop tops, wide leg pants, iPhone cases, windbreakers, slides. Yeah, there is just a crazy amount of products here. I obviously have stuck with posters on linksupply.com, mainly because I just wanted to keep it easy. But with the designs, you can really sort of just go absolutely wild and put your designs on every type of product. And this is actually what a lot of sort of online content creators and celebrities and stuff would actually use. It's not like your favorite celebrity or favorite music artist is going out there and fulfilling all their orders and sort of printing posters and t-shirts and stuff. They usually use a company like Printful to manage all their fulfillment for them. So next time you buy a hoodie or a t-shirt or something from your favorite music artist, Printful might be the company that's actually handling all of that for them. Another huge benefit of using a service like Printful is that you really don't need much money to get going at all. It's not like my store, ulxstore.com, where we import products from all over the world and we have to buy in bulk. So, when it comes to like desk mats like this, I'm buying like 1,000 at a time. And yeah, these bulk orders, a minimum will be like $5,000. So yeah, there's a lot of money there to get involved to start a store like that. But when it comes to drop shipping, yeah, with Printful, you don't need that much money. Like the only time you're going to actually be spending money is maybe setting up your website, getting on a plan for something like Shopify, and that is it. That's the only cost you really have. I guess the other cost that's not monetary is your own time. You do have to spend time, of course, setting up the products, coming up with product ideas, coming up with product designs, setting up your store. But I feel like that's just a given. You're gonna have to do that regardless. So yeah, you really don't need much money to get going. With Printful, you only pay for the product when the customer has paid for the product. So for example, when a customer places an order on my store, linksupply.com, they pay me first, and then Printful automatically charges me after the customer has paid me. So I make my profit straight away. I've got my money straight away. I only pay Printful when I get that money from the customer. So there's a huge cash flow benefit there. Like I said, you don't have to put money up front. Printful only make money when you make money. So here is an example of an order on my store, linksupply.com. So I've redacted some of the information, of course, because there's customer information here, their name, their address and stuff like that. But you can see here, this is an order from September 2nd, 2022. So the key section that we're looking at here is what I've highlighted in red. You can see the customer has paid me $54.43. Printful has charged me $26.12 for the product fulfillment and the shipping. And then my profit is $28.31. That's pretty good profit. That's a 50% margin. Of course, that doesn't take into account the money that I spent having my website up and maybe marketing and stuff like that. But with Link Supply, I really don't spend any, well, actually I don't spend any money on marketing it whatsoever. It's literally just stuff that I've mentioned in videos, mentioned here and there, and people have searched. So yeah, there are no marketing costs in this website other than the cost of actually setting up the website back in 2015. And the profit of $28, that's a pretty healthy profit. And you can imagine if you're selling dozens of products every day, at least if you're selling one product a day, something like this, you're making $30 profit every single day. And it's just sitting there in the background, doing it all for you. You don't have to manage it whatsoever. Another thing we can see here, if we look at the tracking information, is that the customer placed the order from the US and it's going to be fulfilled by the US fulfillment center. So it'll be going directly to them from the US fulfillment center. And yeah, the shipping rate is $5.99. The customer gets charged that. And then obviously Printful charges me for that. So technically I'm not paying for the shipping. The customer is paying for the shipping. Another major benefit I've seen from using Printful over the last few years is that sometimes something can go wrong. Shipping can go wrong. Maybe a poster has been delivered to a customer and it's damaged or something. That just happens. Printful are really, really good at handling all that for you. As long as you have evidence of a damaged product from the customer, you get the customers to send you a picture of a damaged poster or whatever, Printful will handle that all for you. Printful are usually like, no problem, we'll handle that for you. We'll send out another one to the customer and they will eat the cost of that because they can see that it's an issue with the shipping supply. It's not something that you really have much control over. And that's just from my experience. Printful have been really, really good with that sort of thing. And I appreciate that they have that sort of customer service. So if we go back to the Printful website and we look at their integrations, we can scroll down and we can see the integrations that they have and information on those integrations. So you can see Shopify, Etsy, WooCommerce. You can see WooCommerce is the one that I use right now. And you can see the setup time is slow and it's best for developers and large retailers. So I wouldn't recommend it for those who are beginners. But something like Shopify, it says here setup time is very fast and it's best for small businesses. Etsy, again, very fast, best for artists and beginners. And there's even a price sort of indicators showing you how much it costs to get started. And you can see here with Shopify, 14-day free trial, subscription starting at $29 per month, and then obviously there's a percentage-based transaction fee per order as well. A thing which I think is important to cover is that if we go down the left here, we can filter by, and we can go to has live shipping rates. So basically what that means is the shipping rates do change. Printful shipping rates do change. That's just part of the industry. I know from experience that shipping rates can change drastically. If you tick this option, it will show you the integration options that offer live shipping rates. And what happens is when a customer places an order, they are shown a shipping rate at that time for where they are located. So whether they're located in the US, in the UK, or somewhere in the EU, they're shown a different shipping rate per customer basically. And of course they can choose different shipping rates as well. Maybe they want a faster fulfillment sort of shipping and they're willing to pay that. They can do all of that. So that's something to consider, because obviously you have to take into account shipping costs and stuff like that. But I personally would just sort of make the product a bit more expensive and just offer free shipping. I think that makes a lot more sense. I actually should do that with Link Supply probably, and then just eat the shipping costs by upping the product cost and sort of doing it like that, sort of evening it out in that way. I think that just makes a lot more sense. Customers are much more likely to order something if they see free shipping rather than, oh, the shipping is going to cost me $6, $10, $15, maybe even $20. That can put off a lot of potential customers. So I'm going to quickly make a dropshipping store using Printful and Shopify. I feel like those really make the most sense. Shopify is a platform I've recommended in the past, and I feel like it's just one of the easiest to get started with. So I've signed up for an account on Printful and I've signed up for an account on Shopify, which I would recommend doing first before we get any further. So here we are. I want to add a new store in my Printful account. I already have a Printful account, of course, and I've gone to stores on the left down here, and then I choose platform. I choose Shopify, and then it shows me a tutorial on how to connect Printful and Shopify together. So I'm going to go back to my Shopify store. I'm going to go to apps, and I'm going to search up Printful. Here we have Printful. I just add the app to my Shopify store. Should do it all automatically, I like to call it. Install app like so. And then we have to sign in with our Printful account. So I'll sign in. And here it is all connected up. It really is as simple as that. Now we have to add some products, of course. So I'll go to add product. I'll just add a poster. I think poster will make the most sense for now, just because it's quite easy, right? So we'll do a premium luster photo print poster, whatever. So here is what you're shown when you choose a poster, some of the options that you're shown. And then we need to obviously choose a picture or a poster design or whatever. So we'll go to choose file and I'll upload one of my own designs. So I already have some of my own designs here uploaded. So I'll just choose this one that I have here, apply, and then it will show me all of the sort of different sizes and how the poster will look in all these different sizes. So obviously I don't really want every single size, I don't think it really makes the most sense. So I'll remove this one maybe, I'll remove that one. I'll remove all of the landscape ones because I want this to be more of a square. Well, actually, I'll just make it a square poster. Yeah, that makes the most sense, I think. And yeah, picture is up. We can obviously transform it, position it, crop it if we like. And then there's a mock-up view as well. Mock-up view, take a couple of seconds to come up. And here is the poster as a mock-up. Looking pretty good. Okay, cool. And then we proceed to media. Designs for, okay, cool, got it. What? So now that we're in the media section, we can automatically have the mockups and the designs shown for us. So we can see here there's a bunch of different options. Maybe I want to choose lifestyle mockup like this. We can see it's already chosen the images for me. This is very quick and easy, much quicker and easy than I remember, I'll be honest. Proceed, and then I'll just put Ollier's Printful poster 1, like so. Yeah, cool. This product is made, cool, yeah. Publish product, choose collections. I'll just add it to the homepage selection for now. Proceed to pricing, and here we can choose the pricing for each size of the poster. So we can see the price that Printful charges us for each poster size. So it ranges from $8.36 for this 10 by 10 to $13.64 for the 18 by 18. But obviously we want to make some profit. We want to make a healthy amount of profit. So if Printful are charging us at the high end $9.24 for a 10 by 10 poster, maybe I want to make $20 profit. So we'll put 30 in there. For the 12 by 12, maybe we'll put 32. For 14 by 14, 34. And then we'll keep doing that until we get to 38. Here we go. And then if we submit to store, like so, it will then automatically push all of that to Shopify for me. I don't even have to go into Shopify and make the product. It does all of that for me, but we do have to give it a few seconds for it to do all that for us. So let's give it a moment. And there we are. It's showing me that it's synced up with my Shopify. If we open my Shopify store, yeah, we can see it right here in the featured products. Obviously, I need to do a lot more work with the Shopify store because it looks ugly as hell right now. But yeah, we can see it's right here. I can click right through to the product. I can choose the size that I want. I can choose the quantity, and it even shows me an estimated shipping date. Estimated September 23rd to 26th, estimated delivery to United Kingdom. It has done all the description for me. It's put the size in, said that it's slightly glossy, fingerprint resistant. I can add more stuff like the materials, shipping and returns, dimensions, care instructions, stuff like that. But that is it. Now a customer can go on here, place an order, and it will all automatically be fulfilled with Printful. It really is as simple as that. It actually shocks me how simple it is because it's just so easy to start your own t-shirt store, hoodie store, poster store. You know, as long as you know how to market it, or maybe you already have an audience or something. Yeah, this is such an easy way to make money. It just blows my mind because this sort of thing was just so hard to set up years ago, 10 years ago, something like that. Now it's just becoming easier and easier, and there's such a wide range of products available on Printful. I can sell pretty much every type of product you can imagine, and it's all done for me. I don't have to handle the shipping cost, the fulfillment cost, sourcing the product, stuff like that. Even mock-up images, they do the mock-up images for you. So yeah, that is Printful. That is how you can quickly set up your own dropshipping store. I would highly recommend trying something like this out if you're interested in selling products like posters, t-shirts, and other sort of products that Printful has to offer. I just think it's a good way to sort of get into e-commerce, sort of dip your toes into it, because you don't really need money to get started. You don't need thousands of dollars. All you need is a Printful account, a Shopify account, and that is it. And maybe some creativity, of course, to come up with these designs, to come up with poster designs and t-shirt designs. But if you're someone who already has a following, maybe you have an audience, it could be tiny. It could be like 10,000 followers or even 1,000 followers. As long as you have a loyal audience and you can come up with a catchy sort of t-shirt or hoodie sort of design with like a cool text or something on it, I don't know, it could be anything, and you can sell that all through Printful and Shopify, I don't see why you shouldn't. It's just such an easy way to get started. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Please check out Printful. Like I said, I've been using them since 2015, and I'm going to continue using them just because they're so easy and they have fulfillment centers all around the world. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter and subscribe for more.